Hello everyone, today we are going to take a detailed look at this LEGO Harry Potter The Burrow Collector's Edition. It contains 2,405 pieces, comes with 10 minifigures and retail at $450 million. There's so much I want to talk about this set, so without further ado, let's get started. And here we are, this is the Burrow in front of us. It's actually pretty tall, hence I'm struggling to fit the set within the camera frame. So here's a angle that I can show you, like the different side of the Burrow. So this is the first one Lego release that has a fully enclosed look, and I think by itself it looks brilliant. And you can also open it up from here to reveal the interiors. But first, let's take a look at the exterior from a closer angle. So this is the entrance here. I think it's done very well. There's some interesting building technique around this area. I like how they have a branches kind of stick out to create this shape over here. The entrance and the side garden can actually be, pull out and kind of adjust around. So it's a very smart way that they connect to it. You can see this is how it's done. So you can potentially have it this side, but I prefer the default setting. And if we zoom even closer, you can see all this pattern are actually brick built. And there's some very interesting way on create the outlook or outer design of the wall. I also like how they create this angle over here, kind of turning it around. You can see more of the design pattern over here. Did I make a mistake? I don't think so. It's supposed to like this. I forgot. Maybe I should check. No, actually checking the package. This is correct. And from top down view, you can see the garden with two pigs over here. It's nice that they include two because from the previous iteration of the attack on the Burrow, they only include one. There's a sticker to create, some of the what do you call this? Anyway, basically is the food for the pigs. And you can see all the windows have stickers to create a pattern, which I think is a similar design to the previous one. And then from here, you've got the back door to enter the dining area, which we'll take a look at later. And over on this side, you can see how the opening mechanism works is through this clip over here. And they also use a less vibrant color palette for the roof as well. It's actually pretty interesting on some of the small details around. From this angle, you can see how they use different techniques to create all the different types of windows, which I like very much. I also like how they use different techniques to create the outer texture of the burrow as well. And from this angle here, we can see how they recreate the iconic tilted look of the burrow. On this side, the designer utilized a now very common way to create a flying effect around any location, and we have arrow here trying to deliver a ladder. On this side here, we have this shades over here with two stickers to give the details, and we have a very narrow balcony. Although there's one studs, but you can hardly fit the minifigure here unless you open the door. And on this side, you have a lookout area and also the chimney. I like how they use the bowl piece to create the top of the chimney. Before we start looking at the interior, I forgot to mention the smart way to create at this angle over here. Unfortunately, they have to use stickers for the upper two windows because they don't really have a piece that could create this shape. And now it's time to open up again to reveal the interior. There are actually lots of details packed into the interior of the burrow. We'll focus on this side first. In the instruction booklet, the designers actually explained that because not every single area of the burrow, make a detailed appearance in the movie, so they have to use their own interpretation on how it looks like. So we have person rooms here. You can see actually lots of detail kind of packed, but you can't easily access it. You too able to place the minifigure inside, but again, because of the poor lighting, you really hard to see what actually inside. Going down one level, we have the parents' room here. I particularly like how they build this double bed. A couple of interesting items on the top of the bed head. We've got a clock and also a miniature telephone box. And this part can actually like take off, supposed to be take off quite easily because they're using the 1 by 4 piece, but with only two studs on the side. The pieces or the piece that you use to build the modular buildings. But I think there are lots of studs underneath, so like it's not easy for me to remove. So I'll leave it there. And then on this side, we have the room for the twins. I think it's Fred and George Weasley. Then we've got a sticker over here for the box of the good stuff. Again, if I zoom in a little bit, there's some nice reference to the characters and some details, but it's just too dark to show you all the details inside. There's one technique around the roof that I would show you later on the other side because it's a lot easier to demonstrate that. But we'll take a look at that later. Underneath, we have the dining room. You can see the dining table and chairs are different color for each of the family members. There are a couple of stickers around to illustrate some of the drawers in the dining room that were pretty difficult to apply. And I think in terms of the dining table, the previous version actually have more detail because it wasn't an enclosed set, so they kind of extend it out, which allow a lot more details or a much more spacious dining table because this one looks kind of narrow. And if you recall, there's a gear outside which you can rotate to create this action effect on the clock. Going back on top, there's a spider over here, and there's a ladder to climb up, and then we have Ron's room inside. I think this one is a lot easier to open up. Actually, not that easy. So we should remove the roof first. And the roof here is an attic, like it's supposed to have a goal inside, but you can't really access it. And I think you can remove the top on here quite easily, but that's what's inside, so that's not much you can see. And you can see Ron Weasley room here, but if I take it out here, you can see a lot more detail because it reveals a lot. Give it more light inside, you can see lots of clouds. I think it's a small room, but it has enough detail to make it really nice. And by removing Ron's room, you can reveal the interior details of Ginny's room. Pretty much it's the same as other room, just a bed and some interior details. And here is a very detailed bathroom. Like we've got a toilet. I think it's very nice that they put a piece here to represent the water in the toilet. You can always replace this with a brown tile if you want. We're going to stick it with all the toothbrushes and the vanity here. Going down, we have this collectible tile over here, which I've got two different ones. I haven't checked, how much more that I need to collect to complete it. But that's not something that I'm chasing. And then what I wanted to show you earlier is that the roof, they actually use the stair piece to support the roof. And I think it's really nice because when you look underneath, the lighting isn't that bad. If I kind of adjust the filter a little bit, you can see, having the stairs to support the roof is actually a really realistic recreation of many houses. The shape underneath how it supports the roof. So I really appreciate the use of stairs here. There are more action features here, but before we go through those, we have a sofa here with a something people knitting. I forgot author's Weasley hairpiece inside. We've got quite a few details, but again, you can't necessarily remove the roof. So, there's some details across this area and then the entrance that you're just not able to access. And then we have this cool action feature to create the washing mechanism to wash some of the dishes. If you're like me that bought this set during the promo of the Pro Network gift with purchase. So you've got the same mechanism built in this set, which I'll just somehow need to place Harry Potter in. So it's not that easy to place because it's not that spacious. Um, and because like Harry Potter couldn't like bend its legs because having the short legs. Anyway, once we place Harry Potter here, so it has the same mechanism and overall like building technique. So if you kind of turn this, you can kind of move Harry Potter up through the throw network. And of course, you can always bring him back out. The only thing that I want to comment, which I also comment in the Flow Network review that I just done, because I built the Flow Network first, so this part kind of not as refreshing as when I build the full network. But I would still recommend you build the gift with purchase first, because if you have built this set, then the gift with purchase will be less fun building because it's exactly the same. While it's being like the designer's own interpretation on how each room set up, I do have a question on how do like each family member get into their room, because there's no physical stairs. But again, it's Harry Potter, so I think they know some magic to get through into different room. And here are the 10 minifigures included in this set. You basically get the whole Weasley family in one set, which is really nice. And of course, you get Harry Potter. And this is the first time I bought a Harry Potter set that none of the characters have the magic wand. First, we take a look at Arthur and Molly Weasley, which is mom and dad. I have Arthur Weasley with his hat on, but as I, forgot the hairpiece, you do get the hairpiece for Arthur. Very nice printing on both minifigures, and Molly Weasley also get the arm printing of a sweater that she needs, which is really nice. And here are the secondary facial expression for these two characters. Next, we have the three older brothers from the Weasley family. So we have Percy, Charlie, and Bill Weasley. For Charlie and Bill, it's the first time they made it as a Lego minifigures. These are all pretty cool minifigures. I haven't watched. I watched all the Harry Potter movie, but I'm not that familiar with the lore. According to some of the research that I've done, Charlie Weasley never appeared in the movie, so it's quite interesting that they make a minifigure for him. And all three minifigures have secondary facial expression, which are also very unique as well. I particularly like, Bill Weasley secondary face. I think it gives him a lots of characters. And then we have Fred Weasley and George Weasley, twin brother. This time they have the medium-sized legs, because I think it's depict a earlier days of the Weasley family, or actually, the timeline is from the earlier movies, and of course they have the alternate facial expression. So, the body is the same. The only thing that you can tell the difference are the face expression. And finally, we have Ron Weasley, Ginny Weasley, and Harry Potter. They all have a very nice torso, and then there's not much to talk about. You often get these characters from other set, and of course, this younger version of these three characters. And here are the three secondary face. And this is the Lego Harry Potter the Burrow Collector's Edition. It is actually a very good set. I really like how it looks. I think it looks beautiful from the exterior, and being a fully enclosed build, it just makes it look more complete. And the selection of minifigures will definitely satisfy any Harry Potter fans. Now the set is actually quite expensive. I do feel it could be a little bit cheaper considering what you get. But with the free promos going on when I bought the set, which made me feel a little bit better. From the exterior, it's definitely a big improvement compared to the earlier version of the Burrow. Having said that, the interior, while packed with details, it does feel a little bit tight and narrow. But anyway, it doesn't take away the fact that this is a very nice looking set. It's a set that I definitely would recommend if you like having a massive Lego building on your shelf. Do let me know what you think about this set in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. And of course, you can always check out the videos of me building this set in the past 6 days.